High in the Caucasus Mountains, where clouds cling to razor-sharp cliffs and ancient footpaths wind through narrow gorges, stand the silent sentinels of Ossetia, medieval stone towers and mountain fortresses. For centuries they protected villages, guarded trade routes, and preserved the memory of a mountain people who survived through unity, honor, and extraordinary architectural skill. Today we will explore the legendary Ossetian towers and fortresses, their history, their design, the myths surrounding them, and the real places where these remarkable structures still stand. Section 1. The World of the Ossetian Towers. To understand the towers of Ossetia, you must imagine life in the High Caucasus in the Middle Ages. Villages were scattered along steep mountain slopes. Communication between settlements was difficult, and raids from neighboring tribes were not uncommon. In this environment, Ossetians developed a unique system of defense, tower complexes built from stone, without mortar, using only strength, precision, and the natural shape of rocks. These structures were not just military outposts, they were family fortresses, built, owned, and protected by entire clans. A single village could have dozens of towers, some rising 20 or even 25 meters into the sky. Together they formed defensive networks, allowing signals to travel from one gorge to another in a matter of minutes. Section 2. Types of towers. Ossetian architecture includes three main types of towers. 1. Residential fortress towers. These defended families during raids. They were tall, narrow, and built to withstand sieges. Inside were several floors connected by wooden ladders. The lower floor stored supplies. The mid-level housed the family. The top floor served as a battle platform with narrow embrasures for shooting. 2. Watchtowers placed on high ridges and cliffs, they served as mountain early warning systems. When danger approached, smoke signals or horn calls traveled from tower to tower. 3. Combat towers. These were stronger, with thicker walls and clearer defensive structures. They were rarely used for everyday life. They were built for war. Despite their purpose, all towers share a powerful aesthetic. Strict vertical lines, sharp geometric forms, and stonework so precise that many structures have stood for more than 500 years without collapsing. Section 3. Legends and Stories. Ossetian towers hold not only architectural value, but also centuries of folklore. Many stories tell of heroic clans who defended their homes for days on end, using only the height of their towers and their knowledge of the mountains. One famous tale speaks of a family who barricaded themselves in their tower during a raid. When enemies attempted to climb the walls, the defenders poured boiling water and hot stones onto them. According to legend, the attackers eventually abandoned their assault, calling the tower invincible. Another legend tells of a watchman who guarded his post alone through the winter. He lit signal fires night after night, believing war was imminent. In spring, he discovered there had been no danger, yet his unwavering vigilance became a symbol of duty in Ossetian folklore. These stories reflect the values of a mountain culture carved by hardship, courage, loyalty, and resilience. Section 4. Dzivgiz, the cliffside fortress. One of the most spectacular sights in Ossetia is the Dzivgiz rock fortress, located in the Kurtat Gorge of North Ossetia. Imagine a row of stone defense structures built directly into the face of a giant cliff. Natural caves become rooms, narrow openings serve as arrow slits, and massive stone walls blend so perfectly with the rocks that from afar the fortress is almost invisible. Dzivgiz was created to control a strategic mountain pass. If invaders attempted to penetrate the gorge, defenders from the fortress could rain arrows, stones, and signals from above. Because of its position, Dzivgiz was considered nearly unassailable. Inside the fortress complex are several watchtowers, interconnected chambers, and hidden passages. Some rooms were carved directly out of the cliff itself. Standing there today, you can feel the weight of history. The cold mountain wind, the echo of steps inside the stone corridors, the sense that the past is still watching. Section 5. The Kurtat Gorge, a living museum of towers. The Kurtat Gorge is perhaps the best place for travelers to experience Ossetian tower culture. Here, medieval stone structures rise directly from the hillsides. Villages such as Fiagdon, Dargavs, Tsmiti and Kidikus form an open-air museum where ancient architecture meets breathtaking natural scenery. In many spots, entire complexes of towers remain standing, some restored, others left untouched for centuries. Paths wind between ruined houses, family crypts, sanctuaries, and stone bridges. The gorge also holds one of the most mysterious sites in the Caucasus, Dargavs, the city of the dead. Although it is not a tower complex, it complements the story of Ossetian architecture. Here, dozens of stone crypts form a silent necropolis, preserved for hundreds of years without collapsing. Together with the towers, these structures show how deeply stone-building traditions are rooted in Ossetian culture. Section 6. Architectural Secrets. What makes these towers so durable? 1. Dry stone masonry. Ossetian builders used no cement or mortar. Stones were cut and placed so precisely that gravity and friction alone kept the walls stable. 2. Tapered shapes, each tower narrows toward the top, creating a pyramid-like stability. Thick foundations support lighter upper floors. 3. Interlocking rock layers. Stones were arranged in alternating patterns, allowing walls to withstand earthquakes and landslides, common in the Caucasus. 4. Strategic orientation towers were positioned to face key slopes, enemy approaches, and communication lines. Many were built near water sources or had secret escape routes. This combination of engineering, geology, and military strategy makes Ossetian towers some of the most impressive medieval structures in the region. Section 7. The human element. Beyond stone and legend, these towers represent the spirit of a people. In Ossetia, every tower is connected to a family, a clan, or a story. Architects were not professionals, but local masters, stonecutters, shepherds, and warriors who used skills passed down from father to son. To this day, many Ossetian families know which tower their ancestors built or defended. For locals, these towers are not ruins. They are monuments of identity. Section 8. Modern preservation. Today, many Ossetian towers are protected as cultural heritage sites. Restoration projects aim to preserve their original design without altering their historical appearance. Archaeologists, architects, and volunteers work together to reinforce foundations, clear debris, and stabilize leaning structures. At the same time, Ossetia is opening to travelers. Hiking routes, historical tours, and documentaries help share these architectural treasures with the world. Yet despite modern attention, the towers have kept their quiet, majestic presence, reminders of a rugged world where every stone carried meaning. Conclusion. Ossetian towers and mountain fortresses are more than ancient architecture. They are symbols of resilience, guardians of memory, and masterpieces of mountain engineering. Whether you stand beneath the towering walls of Jivgis or walk through the silent villages of the Kurtat Gorge, you feel the connection between land, history, and people. These structures may be centuries old, but their stories are still alive, written in stone, carried by the wind, and preserved in the hearts of the Ossetian people.